these activists should just work, live on unicorn farts and prana, and just produce free content all the time, right? For their sake, they should just sacrifice themselves and work tirelessly. Sometimes I get people that they tell me they have a problem for 10 or 20 years and they don't understand why this is happening to them, what's the problem, what is blocking them, whatever. And I can tell in 1 hour conversation, sometimes, not always obviously, but it depends on the case. Sometimes within 1 hour, I'm able to understand what is blocking these people. Hey, this is Mike Segula from TrueTheory.com and welcome to another episode of True Spirituality. So True Spirituality is my series where I talk about metaphysics, esoteric ideas and teachings, mysticism, shamanism, consciousness, psychedelics, meditation, spirituality, and a little bit of everything. So if you like these types of topics, welcome. If you are new here, please subscribe and have a look at previous episodes because we have over 70 episodes now. This is episode 71 already. So check out previous episodes as well. So today it's going to be a little bit of a different episode and I want to talk about a specific program that runs in society. I see it quite often and I want to talk about this particular program. So the program, I'm talking about mental program, is more or less something like that. Sometimes I see people who are either starting some kind of coaching practice, holistic practice, some kind of therapy type, when they mix spirituality or some kind of alternative health, whatever, or coaching, and they might be afraid to charge money for it, for example. They might say, you know, I shouldn't be taking money for this type of work or something like that, right? Then on the other hand, sometimes I see also people who are potential clients who are gonna say similar things. Oh, this should be free, or this guy should work for free, or this is not a real job, such services should be free. Another similar thing that I observe online is where activists or bloggers create content and people think that this also should be free, that these activists should just work, live on unicorn farts and prana and just produce free content all the time, right? For their sake, they should just sacrifice themselves and work tirelessly and live on prana and unicorn farts, right? So why do I think this is a program? Let me give you an example from my practice, because I do coaching one-on-one and I help people sometimes with personal development, spirituality, things like that. And first of all, to be able to do it, I spent 20 years sitting often night and day, educating myself, learning, trying things, going to seminars, spending a lot of money in the process and dedicating years of my life and tens of thousands of hours into learning everything that I've learned, right? So same way like you have a teacher at the university, they have to learn a lot of things, or you have a doctor who has to go through a lot of training, right? So it's kind of similar in a way. Maybe, the doctor example is very different, but overall in terms of knowledge practice and things like that, it is a skill. It takes a lot of time, years and work to develop that, right? So, why should I be charging for that? First of all. Second thing, sometimes I get people that they tell me they have a problem for 10 or 20 years and they don't understand why this is happening to them, what's the problem, what is blocking them, whatever. And I can tell in 1 hour conversation, sometimes, not always obviously, but it depends on the case. Sometimes within 1 hour, I'm able to understand what is blocking these people. And then if they're gonna do the work, right? Because obviously I can direct them towards the solution, but they still need to do the work. Within maybe 3 sessions, which would cost $300 or more, a couple of sessions, which is max few $100s, they can literally change their whole life, right? So 20 years of having some challenge, you don't know what, blocking you all the time, creating all sorts of negative scenarios in your life. And the guy comes and within 1 hour knows where is the problem and how to help you. And if you're gonna listen, do the work, you might overcome that in a couple of months. So why should I charge for something like that? Think about this is not worth $300, $500, whatever. This is priceless. It's actually worth way more than almost anything else this person spends money on. Another funny thing about it, that's why I say it's a program, is that the person who's gonna say, I don't wanna charge for that, or I don't wanna spend money on that, will go and spend money on supporting the most ruthless, evil corporations and people on the planet, right? You know, buying another yacht, mega yacht for Bezos, no problem. Shut up, take my money, right? Spending money on alcohol, overpriced in some nightclubs, getting myself wasted, destroying my health, no problem at all. But spending $150 or $200 on some kind of holistic therapist that's gonna help you to fix yourself, no, something fishy about it, right? So think how stupid this is. Or the airline company can change the price overnight by 100%. No one ever asks any questions about it, right? But spending money on some kind of activists, coaches, holistic practitioners that help humanity, no, there's something really fishy about it. So this is what I'm saying, it's a program. Another thing about creating content for free, right? Obviously, like I said, first you have to develop abilities to be able to create free content. This is years of work typically. Educate yourself, things like that. Then creating the content in itself takes a lot of effort, a lot of time. In my case, for example, just my YouTube channel took 2.5 years of very, very hard work, like every single day almost with no holidays, to make first dollar back. And I was spending money because I have a video editing person and person who runs social media channels and things like that. And obviously they get paid and I need to eat myself as well. So it obviously isn't free for me. And on top of that, when I create content, controversial content sometimes, I get constantly issues with censorship. I rarely share examples because I notice when I share examples, I get even more issues. But half of the people I know disappeared already because of censorship, right? So we constantly have to deal with some pseudo fact checking, shadow bans, demonetization. I lost my Twitter account for no reason, lost a big page on Facebook, 300,000 followers, same thing, and had been demonetized many times. And I could be doing anything else, right? But I feel like helping people with this information is important. That's why I do it. And that's why many of us do it. It's because of these principles, because we feel like this work is important. So of course there should be some support, right? Think about it, like you have a guy who dedicates his life to try to create free content, right? And all it takes from a person is to buy 1 beer less this month at the bar or 1 latte frappuccino less at Starbucks this month to support this person. And if 1% of people who get free content from us do it, we can continue doing it, right? It doesn't even take a lot. But people don't even do that. And they even complain that when, for example, I don't know, I'm gonna create 99% of content for free. In fact, if you look at everything on my website, True Theory, there's like 5,000 articles that are free, hundreds of videos and other bits of content for free. And I get people who say, oh no, there's something wrong about it. I get people, like sometimes when I put some exclusive content for members on YouTube or Patreon, or I sell a course or whatever, people start attacking me that there's something wrong about it. I should work for free all the time, right? Man, I created 99% of content for free, thousands of pieces of content for free. And you, who never helped anyone with anything, never created a single piece of content, gonna tell me that, oh no, I'm not supporting this guy. He's charging money for some members. Something wrong about this guy. So I hope you get the idea what I'm saying here, why I find it funny. What I'm saying here, it is just a program, right? People need to start thinking about these things because it is work and it has a lot of value. And in fact, you probably want to have more people doing this type of work, like, you know, content creators that share important things, because we're living in a world of propaganda. You know, we have corporations that have billions of dollars because people support these corporations, right? Because they buy their products or they use their services. And they now decide, okay, we're gonna censor these guys. I don't like this guy, right? So instead of thinking that this is okay, you actually should think about helping these people so we can continue doing our work, because soon you're gonna have only propaganda everywhere. You know, it's gonna be less and less of us if we are not having this kind of support from people. So hope this makes sense, and let me know what you think about it. Also, if you have these types of programs running or you used to have, I hope this kind of makes things a little bit clearer. Also, if you want to work with me, I do coaching one-on-one and I charge for it, but I do initial call free of charge, and my rates are very affordable for most people. And I also offer discount concessions for those who have some financial difficulties. And I help people with personal development, spiritual development, helping to figure out what is blocking you from getting what you want in life, from reaching your goals, helping you to also open synchronicities so you get the answers that are right for you. Check out my coaching programs at truetheory.com/coaching and get in touch, nothing to lose. First call is free of charge. So thanks for checking another episode of True Spirituality. Until next time.